My name is Pascale ALARIE-VÉZINA, and I am a PhD student at the University of Quebec in Trois-Rivières in Quebec, Canada. The results I'm presenting today are from a project led by Professor Chantal PLOURDE with the participation of Professors Myriam LAVENTURE and Tremblay. In Quebec, First Nations and Inuit are geographically widespread across 55 communities. As elsewhere in the world, they have endured colonization's impact, land dispossession, residential schools, forced sedentarization, and systemic racism, resulting in historical trauma. Substance use can be one possible response to this type of trauma, but despite a myth about Indigenous people and alcohol, data shows that many of them drink moderately and more abstain than in Quebec's general population, though binge drinking among youth is a concern. Alcohol use spans different risk levels, requiring tailored, socially acceptable interventions, including harm reduction strategies. Through a group analysis method, we examine the challenges of addiction intervention and services in First Nation and Inuit communities of Quebec. This occurred during a 3-day research seminar held in 2017 in Wendake, which brought together 10 Indigenous addiction intervention stakeholders from 9 nations. The group analysis method unfolds in 4 phases. First, participants shared brief real-life stories related to addiction services, and 2 or 3 were selected for detailed recounting. In the interpretation phase, the second phase, the group discusses meanings, invites the narrator's reflection, and may revisit the narrative. In the analysis phase, the convergences and divergences are identified, findings are compared with scientific literature, and researchers propose new hypotheses. In the last phase, practical solutions are developed and the process is critically reviewed. The group analysis method enabled rich exchanges and collaborative analysis that laid the foundations for what is now the Wise Choices program, which aims to support First Nation and Inuit adults in their choices regarding substance use. The collaborative and storytelling-based nature of the method appeared to be culturally appropriate. However, the limited integration of indigenous epistemologies and the central role played by researchers raises concerns regarding the equitable distribution of power. To ensure equitable participation and align with a decolonizing research framework, the method requires cultural adaptation. Suggested improvements include using vocabulary rooted in oral tradition, story instead of narrative, a storyteller instead of narrator, circle instead of roundtable. Also incorporating two-eyed seeing to combine Indigenous and Western knowledge is another avenue to improve the method, and developing hypotheses collectively to avoid researchers' predominance. The use of graphic facilitation could be a tool for facilitating this collective analysis. So thank you for listening, and thanks to the organizations that made this project possible and supported this presentation. And here are the references for this presentation.